I'm Stephanie,
I'm Merida.
and welcome to This Is My Circus.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
How was the game last
Oh, it was
night?
terrible.
Oh,
It was torturous. Jackson played well. So
uh-huh.
we went to Hillcrest. It was about 2 hours away.
Okay.
Jackson played well. He did fine. The kid he was going against all night's already committed to college. He's a senior.
Oh,
So
mhm.
Jackson held his own. He got thrown on his butt one time. So that's to be expected. I mean, he did good. We lost by a lot. It was just a lot of our players were sick last week. Our star running back was out.
Mhm.
He's got a torn Achilles
Oh,
stone. Or
no.
not torn, I'm sorry. Let's not even put that in the atmosphere. Like pulled, sprained, something mild.
Injured.
Yeah. A tender Achilles. So he was out and his little brother Grady played and Grady did amazing.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
But still, just a little different energy, that makes when some of your better players are missing, you feel that, it's just a mental thing too. And then, like I said, like some of the kids were sick last week, like ER sick because of high fevers and stuff like that. So it wasn't great. We lost. It's okay. Wasn't a conference game or anything like that.
Yeah.
So next week we play at home. So got home really late last night. By the time we drove back and then we had to go to school and get Jackson and all that, we probably got home at about 1, I would say, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it takes a while to wind down.
Is Jackson like hard on himself after games? Like, is it like a,
It depends. He's okay as long as he's done his part. Like he's usually fine as long as he knows that he's got a really good football IQ.
Mhm.
So as long as he did what he was supposed to do, which I don't understand a lot of the gaps and all that,
Yeah.
then he's typically fine. He gets frustrated at himself sometimes if he doesn't perform the way he thinks he should. Last night with who he was going against, he felt good about it.
Mhm.
He gets frustrated sometimes when he feels like other kids on his teams aren't giving 100%. And I get it. I mean, you're out there sacrificing your body for every play, and some kids, lollygag out there. And I mean, he hadn't had that happen in a long time,
Yeah.
but it's still, that's when I've seen him. I remember, never forget one time we were in the parking lot after a game and that situation had happened. And he was like, these kids don't even try. Like he's shouting, I'm Jackson, calm down. He's like, I don't care if they hear me. They need to know. And I'm like, and he's usually really, really chill about stuff like that. So yeah, but Jazz and Tifa rode with us
Okay.
and Tifa's littlest daughter. So we all didn't have to drive. So that helped pass the time too. She's so cute.
She came up to me. I haven't seen her since she was a
Right.
baby, like
Right.
infant. She just came up to me and gave me a big old hug
Yeah.
at the scrimmage.
Oh, she's a cutie. She's
Yeah.
a cutie. So that helped pass the time because it's a long drive.
Yeah.
And after a tough loss. So yeah, so he's at the gym now, just doing some stretching and weights and stuff. Tomorrow he'll go for like ice baths, and that they do that on Sundays.
Mhm.
And then they're out of school Monday, but they do have practice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're still on today. What's he got going on?
He's working.
He's working. He's a working man.
He's working. He slept over at his friend's house last night and then came home for like an hour and then went to work.
To get his work stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to go out to eat for breakfast this morning, but he slept through it.
Did you go?
No.
I was gonna say, you should have called me. I don't live far from there.
No, I was busy this morning.
Yeah, some things going on. Well, Jackson was like, after we go lift, can people come back and spend the night? And I was like, weren't they just here? And he was like, that was a long time ago. I was like, Jackson, it was last weekend. He was like, but can they? And I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah. But football's back.
Yes.
Like college football and stuff happened today, so Clemson's already lost one, I think. I didn't even see the final score, but I love this time of year.
Yeah, I don't watch sports anymore.
Yeah.
Like
But
not even like professional. Like I'm like, eh.
yeah, I think just the whole knowing it's fall and the weather changes and all the excitement that
But like
comes.
we got like another heat wave
Oh
though.
my gosh, this is like that second summer they talk about.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I was ready for like hoodies and
Oh yeah.
sweatpants.
Well, next Friday night when you come to the game,
Hmm.
Steph,
Yes, ma'am.
it's gonna be like 70. Like better than 100 that it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't
See, like 70 now, like to me, like I need a hoodie.
Right. So I told Jackson I'm gonna wear a hoodie, I'm gonna wear a toboggan. So yeah, I think the weather's supposed to break, so we'll see. Yeah, just been working a lot this week.
I know.
I feel like I've been just working, 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 working.
We need some fun.
Yeah.
Did you see my post that I shared? And it was like, I need a night out of like hoochie mama clothes
I
and
know.
drinking and like twerking on cars.
I mean, that's okay, but we need to do it from like 4 to 6 p.m. because I
I
can't
think
go
it was
much
called
later.
like a ratchet night is
A
what
ratchet
like
night.
is what the post said.
That is funny.
And
That is
then
funny.
Jazz had commented, "My birthday is on."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Let's do it."
Well, that's fine, but like I said, we need to do it early. I can't stay up late anymore. Just kidding. I'll take a nap.
Dylan now has a whole like real license, so he can be
He
the
could drive it
he can pick
in the
us
dark
up.
time. No renting limos and bad things happening in the limos though. Like our am I the a-hole? Um, yeah, a night out would be fun. I don't know. I'm just so freaking tired.
I know, me too. I don't know how long I would last, but
Right.
while it lasted, it would be
It would
great.
be a great, great time. Those 47 minutes would be so much fun. Um,
One glass of wine.
right,
No.
right. Lightweights anymore.
Did you read the book?
Yes.
Did you get through it?
Yes.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay. And
Did you like it?
I did. Well, yeah. I just have like some comments, but yeah.
Okay, so it's the Lost Apothecary.
I have a really hard time saying that
Say pharmacy. It's kind of the same thing, right?
in like the oldie times.
Yeah.
Okay. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. A forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Neela who sells well disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. But the apothecary's fate is jeopardized when her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old, makes a fatal mistake, sparking a string of consequences that echo through the centuries. Meanwhile, in present day London, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell,
Yeah.
Parswell spends her 10th wedding anniversary alone, running from her own demons. When she stumbles upon a clue to the unsolved apothecary murders that haunted London 200 years ago, her life collides with the apothecaries in a stunning twist of fate, and not everyone will survive. With crackling suspense, unforgettable characters, and searing insight, The Lost Apothecary is a subversive and intoxicating debut novel of secrets, vengeance, and the remarkable ways women can save each other despite the barrier of time.
Mm.
Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need to start inserting that sound right there.
Dun
Because
dun dun.
we like one of us is either saying it or yeah. So I did like it.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to.
Okay. I well, and you like the history,
I
like
do.
back in timey.
I do. But sometimes it just depends on how it starts. And I felt this one started off.
It is slow.
Yeah.
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 I
So I was proud of myself for sticking through it.
Yeah. So I read or listened to it like
Yeah.
right when it came out, like
Okay.
probably 2 years ago, three,
Hmm.
like whenever it was like it was a while ago.
Hmm.
I didn't quite remember it, and as I was listening, I'm like, okay, I kind of remember this part. So it really didn't make a big impression, I guess, on
Hmm.
me because I didn't
Hmm.
really quite remember it.
Yeah.
And like you said, it did start off very slow,
Hmm.
but I feel like listening to it is better than
Yeah.
probably reading it to me. I don't know why.
I think I would have picked up on the book faster if it maybe would have started with the modern instead of starting with the because it's hard to just jump into yesteryear or whatever. Like if it's modern, you're like you're there and then you can like go back. I don't know that sometimes that works better.
Yeah. I don't really feel like the characters were developed very well.
Hmm.
Like you didn't really get a deep sense of anybody
Hmm.
in the entire book,
Hmm.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
So I had a hard time connecting with
Yeah.
anything in the
Uh-huh.
book.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I once it started and I did feel like I was finally into it. I really liked hearing about the old-timey medicine parts and what they did for all the different things. And thinking of the conveniences that we have now that we didn't have then and all those things. Well, that was pretty, that's
Yeah.
always neat to me. I like to read that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. The characters never felt I wanted more, especially like the 12-year-old girl. I wanted to know a lot about her.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but she seemed like probably the most interesting because she was kind of out of place with everybody else.
Hmm.
I wanted to know more about her, and I really wanted to know more about I forgot her name, was it Claire?
Yeah.
I want to know
I
more
think.
like we know about her marriage and we know, but I want a lot more.
Yeah. Caroline.
Caroline, yes.
Mhm. Well, yeah, I have
And I wanted to know more about the lady who worked at the library.
yeah,
Gussie?
something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know either. So
Um,
I wanted to know a lot about her because I think I thought she was going to be like, I don't work at the library. Like, I don't even know who, I said dead people. I thought that was going to be weird twist in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a hard time with, I don't know, that part of it, not
Yeah.
having like a real connection to any of the
Mm-hmm.
characters.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the premise of it was cool.
Yes.
Like serial killer, but
Mm-hmm.
like by proxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would have loved to know the backstories of the guy, like the people that got killed.
Right.
There was no,
Right. More information.
yeah.
Why? Why
It was
were
a
they?
long book, but like I just don't feel like you got any actual part of
Yeah.
any of it.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Like,
That was a bad way to put it. It made absolutely no sense.
no, but it did. Like, there was a lot of words, but it's kind of like when I talk. So many of the words are irrelevant. But no, I totally get it. It was a long book. It took me a while to get through it,
Yeah.
and part of that's probably because of the start of it. You know, trying to get locked in. But there was so much of it that I felt was hanging, or just, are we coming back to this, or are we going back to that, or what are we doing?
All right, so here's where we're going to do some spoilers. So if
Yep.
you haven't read it yet and you're going to read it, fast forward. So the husband
Yes.
cheated and that she found out right before they left.
Yes.
He's a snake.
He is.
Not even just for the cheating,
Right.
but he got himself sick, made himself
Yes.
sick for sympathy to try to
Yes.
just get everything like,
Well, and that's what I like. Tell me more. Like, has he done more stuff like this? Like, you just automatically go to OD on essential oils?
that. I'm like,
Right. I had no idea. And I'm an only girl. I love them. But yeah, just
eucalyptus oil. Like,
right. I didn't know it would make you that sick. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Probably it's got to have some basis of truth, but yeah, he is
then she almost got arrested for like
conniving.
attempted murder.
But then he was like playing the hero, like, no, she's fine. Like, it
Yeah.
was all just a big scheme for him to gain sympathy and get her back. And yeah, I wasn't a fan of him. Was his name Matt?
I don't know.
That
No.
Snake.
Oh,
Snake,
I don't
Steve the
remember what
Snake.
it was.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of him at
Um,
all. She almost got in trouble.
yeah,
I'm glad
from
that the library girl came to her
from the
rescue.
notes
Yeah.
from her notebook.
This is why we don't write things down.
Yes,
That's why we keep it in the vault.
we gotta add that to our list of how to get away with murder.
Yeah. Don't write things down.
I really don't even have that much more to say on it because like I just didn't
No.
connect with anything.
Yeah, I get it. I would have been okay like without the serial killer kind of.
Hmm.
Just going back and forth and trying to, I mean, I guess they wouldn't have really connected without that, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that was just like a huge piece of it.
Well, I mean, it was like her revenge, right? Like that's how she
Yeah.
got revenge on men because
Yeah.
of her boyfriend
Yeah.
sabotaging their pregnancy or whatever.
Right.
I would just have liked to know, like, why did all these women want to kill their husbands?
Right.
I mean, besides the obvious reasons.
Right. It's the obvious reasons. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just surprised that she was never found out until, later. I mean, because women, we like to talk.
But if the women talked, then they'd get caught.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
keep
an
your mouth.
accomplice.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get. Well, I mean, they did it, right? They
Yeah, yeah. I would not read it again.
no.
But it was on your face. No. But read it. Once it started, I got through it. I was okay with it. Did you download one for the next week, The Glass Castle?
I haven't started yet.
I haven't either because I started reading something else. That by
Right.
Jeanette Walls. Did you feel like I needed a break?
Well, my book at Libby was gonna return in 2 days, so like I had to like
Yeah. What are you listening to?
The Unwedding.
Okay. You like it?
I'm just started it. I'm on like 20% of the book.
Okay.
It's not like really catching me yet. I'm hoping it picks up.
Okay. I'm listening to Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This dude doing a podcast, and it flashes back to he's trying to solve kind of and present all the facts on when this girl supposedly killed her best friend or framed for killing her best friend. We don't know who killed her. Her memory is gone.
Okay.
So he's like trying to pull all the evidence together. Yeah.
Okay. It sounds so familiar. It might be on my like wait list.
Maybe. Oh, one thing I did want to say about that book before we move on is I liked the way, a lot of books, even like this one I'm reading, they try to put like the characters together, and there's always hookups here or there, but they always try to get that main character. I really like the fact that like she was like, no, I'm fine on my own. She wanted her space. Like that was a different piece than what we normally get.
Yeah.
Because we normally get that, it's like as soon as they introduce a dude, you're like, here we go.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to necessarily read about that. Just let her be a baddie by herself. Right? Yeah. We can feel that, can't we?
She's a solo killer.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so the glass castle.
Yeah.
Is next week.
Mhm.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Life's too short for bad books. But my thing is, like, how far do we go?
Yeah. I'm like
How
30%.
you get
It's
up to
like,
30?
yeah.
And if it doesn't get you by then, you're like, oh, I can't.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I give it a little bit and then I'm going to drop out.
Yeah.
Just like school. Just kidding.
I was like, what? What?
I really don't have a lot of notes this week because I've been so just all over the place. I did have a funny story I wanted to tell you though.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, two funny stories. So, since I've been having all these allergy things, my snoring, I've been snoring really bad. So, I've been wearing one of those things on my nose.
The sleep strips.
They're working, they're great, they're working, they're fine. But this morning I woke up and I have no idea where mine was. I don't know if it's in my hair. I don't know where. No, it's not my hair. At first I thought it might have been, and then I like brushed it out. I was like, no, it's fine. Um, but okay, here's the other funny thing. Apparently I'm a high maintenance sleeper because I didn't know this was a thing. I have hot flashes at night
Okay.
because I'm that old and I have a fan beside my bed. Well, I'm a sleep on my right side person with my back like to the like facing Brian
Mhm.
because we do share a bed. We do cohabitate. He's my bed partner. So, so the fan behind me, like sometimes I can just reach it without moving and click it on, and sometimes I can't. Depends on where the dogs are laying on me and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
A whole production.
Yes, apparently it is. Well, I was like, I'm really, really hot, but I couldn't reach it. So I heard Brian move, and I was like, babe, can you turn my fan on? I thought he was getting up, like it was time for him to go to work or get up to his bathroom. And he was like, okay. He got up and
Oh.
did it and came back. And the next day he was like, did you remember telling me to do that? I was like, yeah, I thought you got up to use the bathroom while you're up. Just go and do it. He's like, I wasn't getting up. And I was like, well, thanks for turning my fan on for me. I really appreciate it.
At least he did
He
it.
did. He
That's
really
nice.
did. I was so thankful he did. He does that. So that sometimes it's the little things. He leaves for work super early, and I sleep a couple more hours before I get up and start working and get Jay ready.
Mhm.
Not get Jay ready. I don't dress him.
Well, I wake up and just make sure Dylan's awake.
Yes, yes. And he'll turn my fan on in the morning if it's not on, and it's just like, ah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice breeze coming through.
I need the fan like
Oh yeah.
like going.
Yes.
And then I'm
Even
like,
if it's cold.
yeah. Well, and then I'm like, is Rex cold?
No, he's got like a built-in sweater on. He is fine. He is fine. I was talking to him and he did not answer. He was being really rude. Have you been taking on a lot of walks lately with the heat?
Well, we went to the park yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I saw your post.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Just to the Clover Park.
Was it nice?
It was hot.
Yeah.
But he drank like a bottle and a half of water.
Bless his heart.
But yeah, I mean, it was good. I just needed to get out and clear my head a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But always good to, connect with nature.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we went for 3 walks yesterday. We went for
Yeah.
a walk this morning, and it's been so hot.
It has that, I worry about their little paws.
I know.
And I know that you are careful with that, but
Yeah.
some people are not.
I got this stuff to put on his paws that like put a protective barrier on it.
Oh, mushers, yes. That's the stuff that they use in the
Alaska or wherever.
Iditarod.
Who?
That's the thing. That's the name of the race, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the race's names.
Oh, I don't know why I would know that, but apparently I was trying to share knowledge and I suck again.
Well,
So,
that's my life. So, did you see that article that just came out about Sussex Falls, South Dakota? About the kid that got caught doing graffiti?
no.
It's such a good story. So,
Okay.
it's not a bad one.
Okay. I can't handle any bad
I
stuff.
know. So, like, a wall got full of graffiti,
Mhm.
whatever, in the city, and the teenager got caught. The cop sent a video to the mayor, like, "Hey, look what happened. We're cleaning it up, but the
Mhm.
kid's a minor. We're pressing charges."
Mhm.
So the mayor was looking at this video and was like, "Oh my gosh, this is really good work. This is really cool." And he's by trade or whatever, he's a graphic designer, the mayor.
Okay.
So he calls the cops, get the kid's contact information, calls the kid, and was like, "Hey, like, I know what you did, and you're gonna have to go through the process, but I would really like for you to come down to my office."
Mhm.
So him and dad go down to the office,
Mhm.
and the mayor was like, "Well, unfortunately, because it is what it
Right.
is, this is the situation. You're gonna have to go through the whole process.
Right.
But I would like to commission you for a piece of artwork.
Oh.
And so they agreed, the kid made the artwork, paid $800 for it, which was the amount that he owed the city for the graffiti.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
What a good people are not
so he's
always.
got like this big piece of artwork behind his desk in his mayor's office that this kid did, and
Yeah.
it's like his graffiti. And the mayor is now working with civilians in the city to have a wall where kids can go and graffiti it and not get in trouble
Yeah.
and do like, their artwork and whatnot and like hone in on their skills. So I just thought that was such a cool story.
That is a good idea. That's a cool story. Yes. But if that's a good idea because kids are going to do that stuff.
Hmm.
So give them a space where they can.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that is a happy feel good story. I
Yeah,
like that one a
me
lot.
too. So
Um,
good job, Mayor.
yeah, that's South Dakota. Okay. Well, no, we don't get political,
Mm-mm.
but just a quick mention of you've heard what's going on in Colorado with the apartment complexes and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy. Everybody read up on that if you don't know. I'm
Uh-uh.
not going into it. Educate yourselves.
Yes.
You are not here to get educated.
I'm sure you can just cook in the little Goog
Yes.
machine.
And if you're coming here to get educated,
Oh, you were in the wrong place.
you have called the wrong number.
Everything on this is alleged.
Yes. And most of it that is not even true, but like what we think is facts. So I had a dream the other night that Clemson played University of Georgia today, and I had a dream about the bulldog. Like there was a parade, and it was the Georgia parade, and I was in it helping handle the dog, which that would be an amazing thing, even being a Clemson fan. Yeah, I have dreams about dogs. Sounds about right.
I don't dream very often. I don't remember my dreams anyway very often.
Yeah,
And if I do normally, they're not good ones. And
yeah.
like then I don't sleep the rest of the night if
Hmm.
I sleep at all.
Do you have recurring dreams? We talked about this before.
I don't know. I don't remember most of my dreams.
Yeah, you seriously don't remember like any? Okay.
I mean, like if I do, it's like nothing good.
Yeah.
And like then I'm up the rest of the night.
I swear I listened to you when you said that. I
Yeah,
just didn't process until you said it the second time.
it's okay.
I have some recurring dreams. It's just like being in the backyard on my swing when I was little. Like nothing big, nothing major, nothing. But I have had it several times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Dreams are weird.
Yeah. Have you been on TikTok lately?
A little bit.
Okay.
Little
Have
bit.
you seen all this wedding dress drama?
No, but I'm so fascinated because my niece is getting married in March
Okay.
and she just went wedding dress shopping and I'm all into wedding dresses right now. So tell me about the drama.
Okay. Well, let me start with this though, because this has nothing to do with drama. I
Okay.
saw in like Nashville that they now do friendship marriages. Like it's the freaking coolest thing. So you get to dress up like for a wedding
Yeah,
and you get to go and like profess your love for your best friend. Like your
that
friendship
is
love.
pretty cool.
I'm like, I
That is pretty cool.
dress me up.
Dress me up. Dress me up.
I had so much fun wedding dress shopping. Like I loved every second of it.
Did you?
I did. I liked walking down the little runways that they had
Oh
there
yeah.
and like having like all of the crowns and
Yeah.
the tiaras
Yeah.
and all the things.
Well, when you go, they don't just like let you try on the dress. They're like, oh, put it with the veil, put it with the
Oh
shoes,
yeah.
put it with the crown, put it with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we went to New York City because we lived in Pennsylvania. It wasn't very
Yeah.
far. So we went to New York City to go look at dresses and stuff. Didn't get my dress from there.
Yeah.
But they have like the coolest setups there at a lot of
Yeah.
the stores and like legit like runways down. And they're like,
That's really cool.
go just walk it. And like,
Yeah.
like all the people there are like, oh, you're so
That's
beautiful.
the thing.
And I'm
Everybody.
like, thank you.
Yeah. That's it. That's the one. You know, they're always, oh, you look like a princess, all this. I do remember that. And then I remember also, okay, a little bit different being pregnant. Everybody like holding the doors for you.
Mhm.
Like, oh, let me get that for you. Oh, let me get that for you. I miss that about being pregnant.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you go wedding dress shopping a lot? Or was it like just a couple of trips and you knew what you wanted?
I probably went, so we did like the whole day in New York. And then I probably went to like 3 or 4 more stores and
Okay.
I found the dress that I wore.
Yeah. I found mine like the first day I went shopping. I locked in.
Oh, wow.
I know. I wasn't messing around. I had
Wow.
stuff to do.
I wasn't sure like what style I
Hmm.
wanted, like I was very indecisive with that, but I ended up getting like a princess one.
Yeah.
So
Was it sleeveless?
it was, yeah, it had like
I
spaghetti
know I've seen
straps.
pictures.
Yeah.
But did you feel like a princess on your wedding day?
I did. Well, we had a hurricane the night before my wedding. So all of our family that came in the night before All the cars were flooded at the hotels,
Oh
and
no.
we had no power the morning of our wedding. Like it was an omen. If there was ever like signs that were like,
But y'all were together for a very long time.
okay, anywho,
Yeah.
moving on.
Moving on, moving on.
But so we were supposed to get married outside.
Uh-huh.
That obviously didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
They had nowhere inside for us to get married, so they just like threw a bunch of chairs and like our flowers in a conference room, and that's where we got married.
What month was it?
September.
Okay. In
But we were in
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. So they threw us in like this random room because our backup plan was flooded. It was the
Oh my
downstairs
gosh.
of like where our reception
Yeah.
was. That was flooded. So our reception area was like the second floor, so that wasn't affected by anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
it was
talking
a very
to
stressful day.
talking to my soon to be niece, I mean, and my nephew, prices have gone way up. It's great. We are in the wrong industry.
Well, no, because I wouldn't want to deal with people.
I think I would like to not with the people, but I would like to do the decorating and all that kind of
I
stuff.
thought for a hot minute like that would be like a super fun
Yeah.
job. But do you ever see like all these brides?
Not everybody is as sweet as my niece, yeah. She is just so gracious. Like
Yeah.
yeah, not everybody's like that.
Well, my mom did most of the like the planning
Yeah.
because we lived in Tennessee,
Hmm.
and we got married in Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
So she went to like the tastings and stuff, and I was just like, just make it happen. Like I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But you did look like a
I,
princess.
I was very princessy. But anywho, I
Yeah.
was like, actually, I'm almost to my wedding weight. I could probably fit into my wedding dress now.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So anyway, the wedding dress drama.
Yes.
So this girl, Rayleigh,
Hmm.
on TikTok, contacts this custom designer out of Atlanta slash Miami.
Okay.
In February, she orders a dress. They agree. She gives her all like the stuff. They agree on a design, whatever. It's supposed to
Hmm.
be done by August 10th because the wedding was last weekend.
Okay.
So going through the process, whatever. The designer cancels like one or two of the fittings and whatever. And like this is
Hmm.
a custom dress
Right.
made for her body.
Right.
Supposed to be custom beading, like the whole nine, you know? I think it was like $7,000 a
Hmm.
dress, or close to there, like
Yeah.
6,000 something. So August 10th, she's supposed to go for the final whatever, and she's supposed to take the dress home.
Okay.
She gets there, the dress is like jacked, and the whole bottom skirt wasn't done. So she's obviously like freaking out. Like
Uh-huh.
the girl's like, well, no, don't worry, I'm gonna get it to you on this date. Misses that deadline. Don't worry, whatever. So she's going like, can you send me pictures? I want to
Hmm.
make sure that it's right.
Yeah.
I need to know that this is going to be good. Like
Hmm.
it was supposed to have like the points like at the top.
Yeah, yeah.
The points were like crooked and off,
Oh
and I mean the
no.
whole thing was just like jacked. So this poor girl, right, getting married,
Yeah.
and she's asking for pictures. She's sending like blurry pictures, like that you couldn't like really see. So she's like, "Listen, can you FaceTime me? I want to make sure before you ship it that it's right. Like
Hmm.
it's now like 3 or 4 days before the wedding."
Oh my gosh.
So she's like, "Oh, I shipped it. I'll send you tracking in a few minutes." And without doing the FaceTime, without sending clear pictures,
Hmm.
chick's like looking at the tracking number, not never scanned. And she's like, "Yo, can you go down there and check it because
Hmm.
nothing's scanning?" She's like, "Oh, I know them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." It didn't scan till like, whatever, Tuesday, no, Wednesday. So she got the dress. She was getting married Saturday. Got the dress, I think Thursday. Dress is hideous.
Mm.
Was not what she asked for. The train was like off center.
Oh no.
It was like to the right. It didn't fit her correctly. It was
Oh no.
jacked. The designer glued all of the beading on there.
Oh my gosh.
It was bad. So this poor girl is like, are you gonna fly out here and fix this? Like, I can't wear this. I'm not wearing this to my wedding.
Yeah.
And back and forth. So the girl's like, well, I want my money. Where's the rest of my deposit? Because she paid 60% down, and then so she owed 40% of the
Hmm.
balance.
Wait,
And
the dressmaker was asking for the rest of their money?
uh-huh.
No, you go her, refund.
Well, she's like, where's my balance? I'll fly out there when you pay my balance. And the girl's like, this isn't even what I asked for.
Hmm.
Back and forth, whatever. So in the meantime,
Hmm.
the designer blasts this girl on social media. She's getting married in 2 days. This chick goes on there on Friday, the day before this girl's wedding, and the girl said, "Hey, I gotta go find a new dress. I will
Right.
will handle this Monday. If you want me to ship it back, you can refund me and I'll ship it back to you. But I've got to focus on my wedding now. I will get in touch with you on Monday." And she's, showing on TikTok like the receipts. This wedding dress designer goes on all social media,
Mm-hmm.
blasting this girl, doxed her, like everything. People were going like crazy after this poor girl. Bad reviews on where she works.
How can you even think that she's in the wrong?
Well, because the way that the designer told it, it
Yeah.
was she overnighted out of the kindness of her heart this
Right.
dress because she didn't get the balance paid on it, and she wanted to make sure that this girl had a wedding dress, and then the girl blocked her. That's what she went out telling
Oh,
everybody.
okay.
I mean, like completely different than what this poor girl says.
Yeah.
And this girl came with all of the text
Yes.
messages, all of,
Yes,
I
girl.
mean, everything. So she goes off of social media because she's trying to get married and,
Yeah.
doesn't want to deal with any of this.
Don't blame her.
These people were going after her family, like
Oh my gosh.
everybody. So she comes on with all the receipts. This is what happened.
Mhm.
I wasn't trying to come to social media. I told her I would contact her Monday after I got married and enjoyed a day of being a newlywed.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
and she was like, I told her I would ship back the dress for a refund
Mhm.
and or I'll ship back the skirt part and I'll keep the other part of the dress because I paid 60% of this and it was not wearable.
That's
And
terrible.
yeah. So this girl got harassed for an entire week and
She
she
finally,
finally, like, she had contacted an attorney
yeah,
because she was like, what the heck am I supposed to do?
yeah.
And they said that, she should make a public statement with receipts showing what really happened.
So
Oh,
that's
oh, and then the dress designer started a GoFundMe
to cover
to
her
cover the expenses of her workers for the stress that she was under. And
the expedited shipping, I'm sure, and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. And so the girl was like, well, when I saw that there was a GoFundMe, I needed to address this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So how much was the 60% that she paid, do you know?
It was like 3,800 or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
So it was 7,000 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Still though, that's oh,
Oh,
poor girl.
I know. So she had to go out, find a dress off the rack, and
Mm-hmm.
have it altered. She did talk to her alteration person near her that she uses, and the lady was like, I can't work with this.
Yeah.
Like, there is too much.
Everything is off center,
Yeah.
cockeyed, twisted. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
Well, especially when somebody's already in business. You think they're going to be, reputable and trustworthy, and oh, that stinks.
Yeah. So that poor chick. But she
Yeah.
she looked beautiful in the dress that she had on.
Oh, good. I'm
And
sure.
it was way more fitting for her. I mean, like it was beautiful. She looked wonderful.
Good. And they just got married last weekend, you said? Oh, congrats, girl.
So, yes.
Congrats. OMG.
Yes, did you see my note?
I did. Tell me all about this.
Okay, so I was just like scrolling on TikTok and somebody had said, have you heard about the Amazon
Hmm.
review killer? And I was like, oh, I'm all in. You
Yeah.
had me at Amazon.
Yeah, right.
So Todd, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Collip,
Hmm.
and it was in Spartansburg, South Carolina, where I guess some of this had occurred.
Okay.
But like he was always like a jacked up kid, I mean, just a bad kid,
Right.
bad apple.
Okay.
I mean, he was always in trouble.
Okay.
When he was 15, he kidnapped a 14-year-old girl and essayed her.
Mm. Okay.
Um, there
Okay.
was another woman that was also kidnapped and essayed. He murdered 7 people.
What? Okay, so for reference though, Spartanburg is like an hour and a half from us.
Yeah,
It's not far.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think he was convicted in like 2015 or
Okay.
something like that. It was like a little while ago. So this dummy, right? Like, I mean, there's some dumb like killers, but
Oh
like
yeah.
he's a freaking dummy. I guess purchased his items that he used while he was doing all these things
Mm-hmm.
and then reviewed them on Amazon. Can I read you some of the reviews?
I would love to. Like, did he say this robe was perfect for? Yeah. Tell me about
Okay,
it.
so the mini shovel that he purchased
Okay.
he gave a 5-star review.
Mm-hmm.
And his review says, keep in the car for when you have to hide the bodies and you left the full-size shovel at home. Does not come with the midget, which would have been nice.
Oh my gosh.
That was his review for the
And people
mini
probably thought he was kidding. I mean, I
shovel.
would if I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next, chainsaw. 5-star review. Works excellent. Getting the neighbor to stand still while you chase him with it's hard enough without having a easy to use chainsaw.
Oh my
Padlock review,
God.
5 star. Solid locks. Have 5 on a shipping container. Won't stop them, but sure will slow them down until they are too old to care.
Okay.
And the last one that I saved was the knife. 4 stars.
Okay.
Haven't stabbed anyone yet. When I do, it will be with a quality tool like this.
So, okay. Somebody put all these pieces together that this was him?
He used his own name. And so when all of it came out, they found his Amazon account with all these reviews.
I wonder what my reviews are of.
What?
I don't know.
What they're going to connect to when you do a crime.
Yeah, they're going to connect me with my review of this is the best printer I could have bought. No, I'm just
High
kidding.
quality ink.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I
So,
know.
okay, you mentioned he did stuff when he was younger, but he killed 7 people like
So,
as an adult.
yes, he went to, I guess, juvie or whatever, was released. I think there was like some crimes
Yeah.
within there, but then 10 years later, he got convicted of the murders.
Your face.
Like,
Yeah. What? I can't believe that. I can't. I mean, I would see that and think they were kidding. Like I wouldn't think that
same.
that was serious at all.
Same.
And if I saw
Bananas.
one, I wouldn't be like, oh, I bet he's got a lot of reviews in here like that.
Then I'm like, how did I never hear about this?
Right, that's kind of scary too. Well, so 10 years ago, our kids were 5 and 6-ish. We were very busy with the kindergarten life.
This is true.
Very busy with figuring all that out. Still don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bananas.
That is crazy. And the fact that it's in Spartanburg, like close to home stuff.
Mm.
Have you ever listened to the podcast Carolina Crimes?
Mm-mm.
It's neat. I mean, it's not my favorite like format and presentation. I mean, it's interesting enough to listen to it. But yeah, they're all crimes in North and South Carolina. I think mostly South.
During COVID, I was watching like I don't know some crime show TV about like murders in your hometowns or
Yeah.
whatever, and there was one in Rock Hill, and I was like, that was my
Yeah.
reaction. I heard like I was like doing packages or something, and like I just heard Rock Hill, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there was one in Gastonia that was on there too.
Really?
Yeah. What are the odds?
So I was watching, I don't know, one of those crime shows too. I don't know what it was. And I hear Lake Wiley.
Oh,
Yes. So the woman had poisoned her husband with Visine.
I remember this.
Yep. Yep. She had poisoned her husband with Visine and yeah, she's in jail. They lived, I mean, like, we're 2 minutes
10 minutes.
away from
Yeah.
like, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. Am I the a-hole Tom?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm 24 and a female. Best friend, she's a 23-year-old female, did something horrible at a mutual family friend's wedding and blamed it on my younger sister, who's a 19-year-old female. I'm considering cutting ties with her, but I'm having a hard time. Okay, here we go. Hi, Reddit. This is a bit of an unusual situation, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. The story involves myself, my best friend, Caroline, my younger sister, Nicola, and our mutual friend slash groomsman, Daniel, who's a 28-year-old male. Using real names because I know Caroline doesn't read it, and if anyone who witnessed this happens to see this, I'd love for them to get the actual facts of the story. Girl. Okay. So, over the weekend, a very good family friend of both my family and Caroline's family was getting married. Caroline and I have been best friends for years. We met when we were toddlers. Our moms are best friends, our sisters are friends, etc., etc. You get the picture. We knew that both of our families would be invited to this wedding, and we were looking forward to it for months. It's important to note that Caroline's family and my family have a ton of mutual friends, and this was going to be a very large wedding. Guest count was in the 500s. That is a very large wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was going fine and dandy until Caroline got completely wasted. She kept talking to me about how hot one of the groomsmen, Daniel, was, and how she'd had a crush on him for years, but he showed no interest. This was probably because he was in a serious relationship and had been dating his current girlfriend for about 6 years. The girlfriend decided not to attend the wedding because she didn't know the bride and groom very well, and because Daniel being groomsman, she wouldn't see him very much either. Fast forward a couple of hours, and Caroline is hanging all over Daniel. She's constantly asking him to dance with her, get her drinks from the open bar, etc. She's point blank throwing herself at him, and it was embarrassing and painful to watch. I tried interviewing a couple. Well, no, she didn't interview her. That would be a terrible place to interview somebody.
A fun place to interview people. They'd be drunk.
That's true. Oh, have you seen? Time out. Have you seen the TikToks This is me before the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tried intervening a couple of times to get her off of him, but she snapped at me, and at that point, I decided it wasn't my problem. Furthermore, Daniel wasn't completely pushing her away. He looked like he'd had a few drinks in him as well and seemed somewhat interested in Caroline. I decided that if he didn't care, I certainly wasn't going to. If he wanted to throw his relationship away, it was none of my concern. I tried. I didn't witness this next part, but by the end of the night, Caroline and Daniel were having intercourse in a different room of the hall. Yes, it escalated very quickly. To their misfortune, someone, I'm not sure who, just that it was someone's mom who knew Daniel and his girlfriend but didn't know Caroline, walked in on them, and for some reason, Caroline told this woman that she was Nichole, which is her sister.
Oh my God.
I don't know if she was embarrassed or drunk or what, but she purposely identified herself as Nichole so Caroline herself would not be in trouble. Word quickly spread that Daniel and Nichole were caught having sex, and Nichole was mortified. People were talking about how disrespectful, home-wrecking, rude, slutty Nichole was. I honestly can't even blame them. Had I not known better, I would be thinking the same things. On top of that, Caroline had gone around actually telling other people that it was Nichole and confirming the rumor she started. The bride and groom were pissed. Everyone was talking badly about my sister, and Caroline seemed to not care. In fact, when I confronted her about the situation at the wedding, she straight up denied it. Had Daniel not confirmed that it was Caroline he was hooking up with and not Nichole, I might have even believed her. The next day, Caroline texted Nichole a half-hearted apology about the whole thing, saying she was so drunk and didn't know what she was doing. The text included a lot of LOLs and ha-has. So I'm not sure how seriously she took it. She doesn't seem to realize how mortified Nichole is. Nichole genuinely thinks that her life is ruined. We live in a very tight-knit community, and a lot of people have heard the false version of what went down. I'm at odds with what to do. Up until this point, Caroline had been a very good friend to both I and Nichole. Oh, her grammar's terrible. I'm not just sure if I can forgive her for this, especially considering her lack of consciousness about how bad the situation really is. Should I dump her, or should I give her another chance? Our friendship will be different regardless. My family sees Caroline in a completely different light now. So even if I forgave her, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the same things we used to, like hang out at my house, do things with my family, etc. What should I do, Reddit? All right. Edit. At this point, a lot of people know that it was Caroline with Daniel, not Nichole. However, I am not sure how many is a lot. Only family and friends know, but there are a lot of guests at the wedding who knew Caroline's family better than they did mine. I'm sure these people still think it was Nichole. Edit 2. Another issue is that Nichole is also terrified of the potential ramifications from Daniel's current girlfriend. I have absolutely no updates on the situation with the girlfriend. I don't know her well, and I don't know what Daniel has chosen to share with her, if anything at all. Edit 3. Because a lot of people are asking me how I could even consider remaining friends with Caroline. Prior to this experience, she was honestly a great best friend. Of course, we've had our ups and downs like all friends do, but she has always been kind and caring, and I really valued our friendship. I've known her for my whole life, and the evening at the wedding was very uncharacteristic of her, including her coming on to a man who was in a relationship. Throwing away a friendship with someone you've been close to for 15 plus years is extremely difficult. However, I'm prepared to do this if it's the right thing to do.
Another update.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to chime in?
Yeah, but I don't know what I would do. I mean, I would say dump the friend. But
Why,
what if her sister's crazy?
why would her sister be crazy?
Like,
Daniel already admitted that it was her. The guy admitted that it was.
right, but what if like she's not really close with the sister at all? What if that's like the only time she ever sees a sister is like at family functions?
Well, I would assume not, because she said that Caroline was friends with her sister too.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
I would assume that they're all
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Sometimes I make bigger deals out of things. Yeah, that's a weird
I'd want the
situation.
bride and the groom, like I to make an announcement, like it was.
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you. And the thank you cards.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming. I loved the glass vase. And by the way,
it was Caroline.
Caroline's the hoe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
All right, so let's read the update.
okay. First off, I wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who responded. I definitely did not expect such a large amount of help and guidance from everyone. This community is awesome, and I really appreciate everyone's time and advice. I unfortunately could not respond to very many people's posts as I left the thread overnight, and once I woke up, it was locked. So I figured the least I could do is provide an update. So about a week and a half ago, Caroline casually called me and asked me to sleep over. She wanted to attend an event downtown and my place was much closer to the event than hers. At this point, it became very clear that Caroline had no idea that anybody was upset with her, despite the fact that Nichole and I hadn't spoken with her since the wedding. I told Caroline that I didn't think her sleeping over was a good idea, and when she asked why, I brought up what happened at the wedding. She laughed and said Nichole needed to grow up and get over it, and it really seemed like she expected me to agree and laugh along with her. Well, Reddit, I took your advice and let her have it. I told her how selfish and inconsiderate she was, and if it truly was no big deal, then she should have no problem taking full responsibility for her actions and publicly acknowledging that she was the one who hooked up with Daniel, not Nicola. I
Freaking
told her she needed to make things right because Nicola was still mortified over something she didn't do. At the end of the phone call, I gave her an ultimatum: post an apology to Facebook and spill the beans about what actually happened, or our friendship was over, thanks to the Redditor who suggested this. To my complete and utter surprise, she did it. I thought it would make me feel better, but people were actually commenting on her Facebook status, commending her bravery and the fact that she did the right thing. I was super annoyed because, of course, she would never have done this had I not forced her to, but at the end of the day, Nicola is happy and her name is in the clear. Oh, and an update on Daniel and his girlfriend. According to his Instagram, they're happily together. Whether or not she knows about Caroline, I don't know and I don't care. Not my train wreck.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I mean, so it was,
so are
that's a
they
lot
still
to unpack.
friends?
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I think that was a great plan. Like post the apology and we'll be friends again. Like I think that was a great plan. But then it's kind of, you want a little bit of vengeance to
Yeah.
come to them and then for everybody, oh, you're
She's
so
so brave.
brave. It's kind of like backfires in you. But I mean, she did it, so be friends. I don't think she was an a-hole
I
for.
think she was an a-hole for like making it like, oh well, your sister needs to grow up.
Yes, she was the.
Friend.
Caroline was an
Yeah.
a-hole. Yes, Caroline was an a-hole. She, first of all, why did she say the sister's name? There's something to go through there too. Like
Yeah.
what?
You can make up like a Beatrice.
Right. This is Evelyn Hugo.
Yeah. Put on a fake accent. I can't.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. Hello, love. Cheerio. It's tea time.
Take the tube.
Yeah. The channel. Are we going to take the channel to France? I think she was an a-hole for that whole situation. I just think that's really random that the first name that came to her mind is, let me lie and say my best friend's sister's name.
Yeah.
Who's 19.
Yeah.
She's not a child, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Craziness. I
Hmm.
don't I don't think the friend with the sister is an a-hole
No.
for having her sister's back. But yeah, there was a lot going on in that.
Yeah. Well,
What do you think? Same thing?
yeah. I don't know why you want to just make up like a generic like Jen. Like,
Or why do you even have to say who you are?
well, I guess she was like, "How are you?" I guess if
Oh,
like the lady was like yelling or like, I mean, I
yeah,
don't think like they were in the middle of it, and she was
yeah,
like, "Hi, I'm Nicola," whatever. Like,
right,
I'm sure it was like a,
right.
I don't know,
Kind of mad at the dude too. Like he didn't say it wasn't her.
that, and then
First of all, he's cheating on his person.
so like graphic, but like, what position were they in that the lady didn't actually see?
Oh, I didn't think about that. But now I am, thanks.
I mean, it wasn't like a dark closet, you know, like it was like a,
Yeah.
I don't know,
I don't know why I'm picturing like an office conference room now.
yeah, but like
Right.
she
I
had
don't
to
know.
have seen like something.
Maybe she didn't.
She saw the back of him.
Yes. And the back of her. This is going to have an E on it, isn't it?
No,
Okay.
I'll make it not.
You'll make it not have E's. Are you going to blow beep?
Yeah.
Or you should start beeping it. People are like, oh my God, what are they talking about? That'd be great.
Unless you get the paid subscription and then you get all access.
All access. I'll even cuss for you. I'm just kidding. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know.
My mom she's half Yugoslavian, which is
Oh,
now
yeah.
Croatian.
I didn't know.
She's gone there before, and so, like, so she just really wants to learn the language, and so she practices every day. But she can't do like the rolled R's,
Yeah.
and I can't either. So we went out to lunch with my mom's cousins, and they were talking about they just got back from Italy, and wanted to
Mm-hmm.
learn Italian and whatever. And I said, well, the only thing I like got from language from school was absolutely nothing. But prior to that, my brother's really good friend was Spanish, and
Mm.
so he had taught me all the swear words.
Yeah.
And I still know all those.
Do you?
And I know bathroom and beer in
Well,
Spanish.
you got the important stuff down.
So, but my mom was like, I can't roll my R's. And I said, I can't either. Like, I know that my swear words are not enunciated
Yeah.
correctly.
You just did the hand.
Yeah.
Have you ever traveled abroad? I
Uh,
mean, I know we've been to Mexico and stuff like
I
that,
mean,
but
just islands. I've never
yeah,
gone to, I mean, like, not just islands, but like I've
but
been to like Aruba,
yeah, not like
Jamaica.
Europe.
Ooh,
Like
I wanna take you to
Bermuda,
Bermuda.
Bahama.
Okay, that was our song for the day.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I've been to a few islands too. I want to do Europe though. I really, really want to. And they've got a group with the school that's going. It's like 30 people and they've got the itinerary and you go and Jackson doesn't really want to go. What if I just go with another kid? Is that okay? Would that be frowned upon? Actually, so my friend Amanda, she's got a daughter that's in the same grade as Jackson. Her name is Sophie. And I used to take Sophie to school a little bit before we ran too late all the time. And Sophie was like, I'm going to find another ride. And it's okay. It's okay. It's no big deal. It's fine.
You late?
Didn't hurt my feelings at all. I know, right? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. So Sophie wants to go, but she's never traveled like that. I mean, of course, by herself without her parents, right? I mean, she's 15. It's like, okay, Sophie needs me to go. I need to go for Soph. So it's a great though. It's great. It's like the Mediterranean coast. It's like Morocco.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, it's some of the UK, but then they also go there. Like it's 11 days.
Yeah. That would stress me out, I think, though.
What, being gone that long, being gone with kids, being whatever.
Well, all of it,
All of
but
it.
I think having to be on a strict itinerary, like I am not good at schedules.
Yeah.
So I think that would stress me out.
Well, my thing is I don't know enough about that area over there to know how to schedule it and do it myself and
Yeah.
see everything. So that's some of it that's feels a little good to me actually. Like somebody else has planned it and knows where we're supposed to be and when.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian doesn't handle stress well. Like if we take a wrong turn, he's gotten a lot better. But he used to be like, oh, I don't know where we're going. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
Have you seen this app? The GPS app that swears at you?
What is said app we're getting?
It is BS Navigator.
That sounds great. So what does it do? It yells at you if you don't take the right turn?
It's so freaking funny.
To hear that voice say it,
So yeah, there's your app. There's the app that I think is hysterical.
I can turn on insults, update the profanity settings, and a bunch of other useful crap. That's what it says. Okay.
I didn't tell Dylan that I put that on my phone, and then like we were driving somewhere,
And it started saying
and
it.
I had it on the speakers.
That's great.
Oh, that's where it was going. Like,
Oh.
so if you missed your turn, it's like, I told you that what the directions were, you effing idiot.
Yes, yes. Well, that's going back to the trip. Like, that stresses me out thinking about how stressed out he would be.
Mhm.
So knowing we don't have to do that.
Yeah. Well,
I'd love to do it, but maybe not with the kids.
Yeah.
But just have the itinerary. So,
well, on that happy note,
yeah.
I thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys.
Please like, subscribe, leave us a
review.
review.
Sorry. I didn't mean to come off quite so harshly. Thing you want us to know, tell us.
Oh yeah, that too. Ghost stories are great, and
Yes.
I think we should do like a ghost story episode in October.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So send us your ghost stories. We have a couple that already came in.
Yep.
But we would love to have some more to add to that.
Oh my
or
gosh.
if you would like to be on the episode, let us know.
I'm so excited for this. Tell me all about it. What are we going to do?
Oh, we can wear spooky like shirts, or we can get dressed up in Halloween costumes.
We can do that. We can have like glow in the dark stuff,
and like the smoky drink.
and we can have background music like Halloween music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. All right.
Yay!
Yes. So
Okay.
We will announce that when that will be.
Yes.
And submit your ghost stories to us. We would love to hear them.
We would love to hear them. Thank you all. We love you very much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.